Continuing with more designs of on-camera shotgun microphones from Sennheiser, first with the MKE200 and now the bigger brother MKE400, which does have a lot more features. But do those features stand up against the RØDE Videomic NTG that's near the same price point? Let's find out. Hey guys, Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker here, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we're constantly and always still learning. I want to thank Sennheiser for sending this out to me so I can do this review for you today, and without further ado, this is everything you need to know about the MKE400. Coming at $199, we see the same design idea from the MKE200 with this built-in blimp, or built-on blimp. The MKE400 does have additional features like a negative 20 dB pad as well as a plus 20 dB boost, and a high-pass filter option, as well as a power button in case you need to manually power on this mic. And I say manually because if you plug this mic into a port that supplies power, it will automatically turn on and off, which is great. On the other side, we actually have a headphone port for monitoring, as well as a volume knob for that port. Now, the MKE400 does require batteries, specifically 2 AAA batteries. Now, I did a battery life test with 2 AAA N-loop batteries, and I was able to get nearly 96 hours of battery life before it died. That's not too shabby. The LED light will turn red before it turns off, and if you do see it turn red, you got about, I want to say 30 minutes to be on the safe side. Last but not least, you get all the essential accessories like the TRS and TRRS cables, a slip-on Windmuff, and a traveling pouch. If you're a mobile vlogger, they do have this kit that has a Manfrotto Pixie tripod as well as Sennheiser's own smartphone mount that has a hot shoe up top. It's very well built, so if you like to vlog with your smartphone, you'll be good to go. If you want to use the MKE400 as a USB microphone for your computer or smartphone or anything else that has a USB-C port, well, this extra cable is about $30 and it basically allows your computer to recognize it as a USB microphone. In fact, all the voiceover you're listening to right now is coming from me recording into my laptop. Without further ado, let's head over to the tests against the RØDE Videomic NTG. For the sound quality test, I will specifically be recording in my makeshift soundproof box so that we can try and eliminate any sound colorations in this non-sound treated room. What's going on, everybody? You're watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we're constantly and always still learning. What's going on, everybody? You're watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we're constantly and always still learning. What's going on, everybody? You're watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we're constantly and always still learning.
You done messed up, Aaron!
You done messed up, Aaron!
You done messed up, Aaron!
You done messed up, Aaron! Okay, so this is a test of the Sennheiser MKE400 without the Windmuff on, because this does have a blimp more or less built in, and it is a little bit windy today, so I wanted to see how well does it fare with the wind. Now the wind is behind my back, so it's not necessarily hitting the microphone. So if I move it out this way, you'll probably hear a little bit of it. Anyways, this is just a more practical test. We'll do a more studio test in a second. Okay, so this is a test of the MKE400 outdoors in a vlogging test. I do have the Windmuff on because it is very windy outside, but this is kind of gives you an idea of what you can expect if you're using it outdoors in a vlogging situation. I do also have the boost on at plus 20, just in case anyone wants to know. All right, so now this is a test with the RØDE Videomic NTG. I do have a Windmuff on because there is random gusts of wind that comes out today. And this is what you can expect in terms of the sound quality difference when you are outdoors in a vlogging situation. All right, let's check if my voice, the tone of my voice, actually shifts when we are off axis to the microphone. The microphone is actually sitting right down here, so I'm going to move over to the side over here at a 45-degree angle, talking straight at the capsule. This is what it sounds like, and then as I go over here, 45 degrees, let's see what we got here, and then back towards the center into the camera. So what's the bottom line here? Should you get the Sennheiser MKE400 or should you get the RØDE Videomic NTG? Let's break this down real quick. When it comes to features, they're basically the same. The only feature that the RØDE has over the Sennheiser is the safety track feature. Basically, one channel is going to record very loud and the other one's going to kind of dip it down a little bit so your in-camera preamps don't overblow on certain situations. The Sennheiser does come in cheaper in all regards. It's $50 cheaper if that's all you want, but if you want the USB feature of a USB mic, it's only $30, in which case you're saving $20 versus the RØDE. So when we come to that, feature-wise, that is the differences. When it comes to sound quality, based on my specific voice alone, the RØDE seems to like boost the middle bass of my voice, which kind of sounds a little bit more throaty in a way, whereas the Sennheiser, it sounds more pleasing and smooth, and that is specifically with my voice, which does have a more deep register in general. So those are kind of the differences in terms of the sound quality. But if we take most of that out of the way, the subjectiveness of the sound quality, is there something or some situation where I would say you should get the RØDE or you should get the Sennheiser? And really, you should get the RØDE if this is your specific filming situation. Your microphone is on the camera or going into the camera, and you are in a space where you can't control the volume of what's going on around you, which means it can get very loud or it can get very soft, one or the other. In which case, the RØDE makes the most sense because that safety track feature is going to save you because you're going into a camera where you can't adjust the preamps quickly. And also because of that analog gain dial on the back, in those situations, you can quickly change things much faster, and with the added benefit of the safety track, you should be good to go. That is the only time I would say you should get the RØDE. But are there other times I would say you should get the Sennheiser? I would say if budget is of concern, yes, because you're saving money. But also, if you are doing narrative films and you just kind of want a microphone that can do it all pretty easily. Now, the reason I say this is because that built-in Blimp feature does come in handy in a pinch. It's not going to cut the wind out completely, but you're not going to be caught completely off guard versus the RØDE if you forgot to bring the styrofoam case or if the styrofoam case is not going to really cut it when it comes to the wind. And because that dead cat sock that goes over the Sennheiser, it really doesn't make the microphone that much bigger. So there's actually a good case for you to just say, just leave it on there. There's no reason for you to take it off. So when you're on a feature film set, you have a nice microphone that's not terribly long, it's compact, it works incredibly long for 4 days on 2 rechargeable AAA batteries, which also means if you forgot to charge the RØDE the day before, not a big deal. You just go to a gas station on the way to a shoot, get yourself some AAAs, and you'll be good for basically the entire weekend if you left that mic on the entire time. And if we're going to get subjectively again here, the Sennheiser seems to do a lot much better for people that have deeper register voices, and the RØDE probably does better for people that have voices that are much higher, in which case that boost in the mid might actually help get more sound. But at the end of the day, you can also just EQ everything to taste. So you just kind of have to determine which is your starting point. So in terms of my overall recommendation, I think the Sennheiser MKE400 does edge out the RØDE a little bit. But again, I'm going to leave that up to you in terms of which feature actually is most important. And hey, that is it for this week, everybody. If this video has made all the influence in your purchasing decisions, I do have some affiliate links down below. Should you use them, it does directly help support the channel so I can spend more time providing reviews like this for you. And of course, if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave it down below. I will get to them as fast as I can. And until then, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one.